All right, guys, what an incredible week we had. Let's go over what is about to transpire. Let me start off this video a little zoomed out. This is the weekly candle. Now, unlike the previous all-time high, where the stow was coming down, we are now in an upswing, and I know I see a lot on Twitter how they say that there's no volume. That is incorrect. You have plenty of volume here. When do I think we reject? We can reject right now, but you got a few spots here. We're gonna mark them. We are going to put an alert right there at 62.35, give or take. That's the linear, but more so, there's never really been a all-time high rally. We got the Bollinger up here. Now, I'm not saying it goes up here next week, it won't. But here in the coming weeks, most likely leading into August, it could. So it's worth keeping an eye on that weekly Bollinger. It's right there. Okay, let's go back a little bit. What you got going on here? This is the weekly. The weekly 50 has just crossed the weekly 21. When's the last time that happened? You guessed it. We gotta go back all the way to our favorite time, of 2020. Now, as you saw here, different setup, but kind of similar. This came a little earlier and we ripped up. We might be already here, but see again here what happened in the following weeks. At some point, we're gonna hit that top of that Bollinger Band. As of right now, the chart, we are right here. So we could have a green week since it's the 4th of July week, usually a bullish week. Last year it wasn't too bullish, but nevertheless, at some point, it doesn't matter if it's a 5-minute chart or whatever, we should get pretty close to that Bollinger Band. So you're probably gonna see this all over Twitter. You're gonna see this pattern, or them pointing out this move here, and seasonality kind of says the same. And July 1, 2, 3, 4, August 1, 2, 3, 4, September. If we put in a September low, obviously we'll, rate cuts, tariffs, what have you, you're set up to have a massive stock market rally, absolutely massive, and that would take us to 740, full golden age, right? It is more than possible. However, that's like the broad picture. Let's go in on the daily. You have a setup here where you're above the Bollinger Band. Now, you, as well as I know, you don't stay over it too long. It kind of reminds me of this post-election setup here, where once we stop going up, there is no point in trying to buy into calls and push it further higher, except for scalps, but like I'm talking big money, until you get a dip. Every time you're gonna get a dip, even if it's delayed. Every time you're gonna get a dip. It could be a gap down, it could be a sell, whatever. So it's very important now entering here that you keep cash at hand. But at the same time, with the vol compression, okay, it sets us up for trades like the 6-14s this week, right? So you know, here's opened and closed trades from last week. This is how you do it. Okay, this was a massive trade, but this is why I open and close. I mean, this ran probably 800%, but it doesn't really matter end of the day Friday, right? If you can lock in these gains. So get into a habit of doing that, and it'll work until it doesn't, meaning buy the fear. It didn't work really good except for Green Day scalps while we were doing this, but every dip has been bought, every single one. Now we are riding high here. I would expect us to push up and then drop. Something that supports that is the sports calendar, obviously, but other seasonality as well. Here's just regular SPX, hold on. As you see, into July, you get a ripper, right? This just grinds up all month. I don't expect that at all. I expect more of the sports calendar. I should pull it up already, but hold on. Here's I think this is July, right? Pop into it, stay up there, and then it gets really volatile, which I think this year we're tracking season. I mean, it's not perfect, but we are tracking it pretty close, so I would definitely pay attention to it. I've posted it a number of times, but yeah, here. So I don't see why we wouldn't literally track this, because we kind of have, right? So I showed June, okay. But anyways, if you zoom in here, you see a pop, which will look at overextension, and then these are gonna be huge traps, but these are the moves where you can make money. So maybe Todd will have time to grid it again. That'd be great. But it's gonna be volatile, so I don't expect the VIX to just stay down here, but I also don't expect it to expand its range too much. You got 10 days to the expiration. So what is it I'm trying to say? Well, I posted the phantom prints in the ghost candle tab. Go look for it and mark it out. But basically, we need, this is a wall into the close, okay? We need to take out this high early. If we don't, you run the risk of taking out this low. Now, listen to me, if we gap under this low, you got a week to be top, okay? You got a lower high, boom, you're out, you're done. And it should sell quite significantly and probably down to what we've marked, which is, you know, 605, could even go lower. But the fact here is that we had serious consolidation for weeks, right? We consolidated for weeks, we broke out, retested a little bit and pushed higher. We're also, funny enough, putting in a first daily MACD green candle, and you got a MACD cross here. That cannot be disregarded. So if we can gap up or take out that high early, we are going to absolutely fly, in my opinion. Now, on Monday, you have early high, Tuesday early high, but it's an unclear pattern, Wednesday early high, and Thursday is a half day early high. Okay, great. A lot of this rides on not only the Senate bill vote, who knows what transpires with that. You have Basel III going into effect, in my understanding, or to my understanding, on Monday. You have Powell speaking on Tuesday, all this type of stuff. However, something no one will show you that I will show you right now. This guy, This is the monthly Stow, and the monthly Bollinger is up there. Now, last time we had a similar setup with that was here. Again, go a little higher, fall pullback, and then massive rally. The fact that this is the COVID line, right? The fact that we are back over it is pretty insane. Pretty insane after putting in this move here. I mean, crazy. So let's see what they do next month. Push it higher, August, September, maybe even October, consolidate down a little bit. But then once this catches up, it's off to the races big time, in my opinion. And why wouldn't they do that? The only thing that's gonna stop that is a complete fucking collapse of the system, which can obviously happen, and we gotta be aware of that. Okay, so next week, what do we got? Well, we're in some meta 730s, sold half here. I'll be targeting 740. We got that candle up there, right? Yeah, where is it? Is it gone now? Yeah, it's gone. But there's a candle up to 740. No reason for it not to go there. Nvidia hit all-time highs. We played that very nicely. Look at this thing. And then you also have end of month on Monday. That's gonna be fun. So gonna see if I can catch something crazy end of month on Monday. Have a go if this market keeps going up. Should head to 280. We played SMCI really nice this week. Faded on Friday. Probably won't touch it again. Blah 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 blah. McDonald's hit the target, right? So I'll keep an eye on these phantom prints. They come and go. Tesla is ready to go, but Elon's criticizing the bill, so who knows. As far as tariffs, this thing hasn't moved obviously since April. There's a absolutely massive move, probably a $20-30 move on this thing. At some point it will happen, whether it's upside or downside, kind of rests on the whole China deal. Okay, so to summarize, Monday you need to take this out. We have these phantoms, that guy, and we also have 619 actually, but I'm targeting 620. If we get 620 this week, chill, you're not gonna go higher than that. The next higher phantom print is up here. Whether it comes next week, the week after that, this and that, I would suggest you program your brain to remember that 627 will probably be the top to this rally. For now, I think we're going much higher, but for now, that comes pretty close to that weekly Bollinger, right? But keep in mind, this 620, it's actually 620.80. It's getting repeat hits, repeated phantom prints. Okay, so maybe 4th of July, I don't know. That's gonna be my upside target. If there's a situation where I can get in 620s for Thursday for 20 cents, something like that, I would be inclined to absolutely fucking load them and repeat the 614 trade. Whether it's this week or next week, I will do it until we hit it. Then once we hit that, my focus is gonna be on this. And once we get here, I'm asking everybody in the chat for a favor. Make me buy in the money SPY puts 3 to 4 weeks out and do nothing except talk shit. Okay, so at Google, that Canada thing, the tariff thing, that sent us lower, right, on Friday. Ooh, where fucking Canada's putting on tariffs on some tech shit. They walked it back, and everybody knew that they were gonna walk it back, hence the stick on Google. Okay, so again, this week we'll be watching Meta, Tesla. I mean, some 325s a few weeks out. If this starts going, because that Bollinger has come down a little bit, it needs to start curling up, but we'll see. I wish he hadn't talked shit about that bill, but you know, it's gonna like, what's the point? You know what I mean? The system's gonna do what the system's gonna do. But yeah, that's the plan. As far as other stuff here, since it is the market analysis video, let's just take a look here. Let's see. So Monday, end of the month, existing home sale. Oh, this week, not this month. Come on, man. What are you doing? What are you doing this week? Come on. Next week. Here, Monday. Fed speakers, some Diet Coke data, nothing huge. Gonna be probably centered around news headlines and the bill, right? Tuesday, you have Powell, who Trump, after hours on Friday, said that he would love for him to resign. Anyways, he speaks at Open, and then followed by Jolts. You know, this is your best chance to go higher. And then also end of the month, obviously Monday. So Monday is pretty exciting, especially with the end of the month. And then he could definitely mark a top for the week, no doubt about that. But we'll see. Wednesday, nothing really huge. And then heading into 4th of July, I expect some tariff news and non-farm payroll on Thursday. So we're gonna take some smaller, riskier bets, see if we make a lot of money. Obviously, this was the funniest fucking move of all the whole week, was ripping it all week and then fading it on Friday. After hours stress test complete, boom. Okay, 10-year, I'm not even paying attention to it. Watching Bitcoin here, nice that it's holding. A lot of Bitcoin bears out there. We'll see. Played MSTR too. Yeah, well, keep scalping it till I'm done scalping it, pretty much. It's not like, you know, I'll buy in the 380s, see when it pops. MSTR. Where did it close? I mean, we did end up selling high a day on it. Yeah, it's still there, 384, whatever. Yeah, I'll trade it for fun. Nevertheless, let's just quickly see. Oh yeah, one thing that I caught, the retest of this rally is probably gonna be in the 60, 90 area. I posted in the Full Moon Circle room. There's this undercover gigs. This is still set to rip higher. Pretty extraordinary, actually. Let's see where next week's Gamma lays, if they have anything for us. We'll start with the 30th. This is SPY. Yeah, that 605 there. We're gonna come test that. I mean, we're kind of running out of gigs right here. We'll see where we open. Tuesday. Yeah, same. This needs to update next week. Not really giving us much. 621. Okay, yeah, well, if we can go to 621, that'll do it. Yeah, and maybe end of the week, maybe. So again, what you don't want to be doing is sitting in a bunch of shit when it's not moving. Like here, remember we scale out a lot, right? Because then when it keeps going, it's very, very, very trappy. Very, very, very trappy. Hit the 200. Those of you who've paid attention, I keep talking about this 5-minute 200. I mean, it always comes back to it and rips, or falls underneath it and comes back, like here. Okay, so keep an eye on the 200. Do I think we go test it again this week? Yeah, but it'd be nice to rip higher and then come and back test it, you know, later on in the week and go higher up again. With that said, God bless, guys, and I will keep you all informed live on voice and in the chat. God bless.